Another great editing trick that goes closely with simplicity is brevity. Brevity means brief. When we're as brief as possible, we begin to lighten our writing. We get rid of excess words that weigh it down, which leads us to the 9th principle of good writing: activate your voice. The line "brevity is the soul of wit" is from Shakespeare's great play Hamlet. In the play, Polonius, a character who's quite a windbag, delivers a long, convoluted explanation. In the middle of it, he says, "Brevity is the soul of wit." Shakespeare's making fun of Polonius. Polonius goes on and on and on and on and on, much to the aggravation and frustration of his audience. We don't want to be Polonius. He can't self-edit, and he's not aware. Unlike Polonius, you want to be very mindful as a communicator. You want to edit to be as concise and clear as you can, and you want to avoid repetition. You want to cut as many extra sentences or words from your draft as possible. One of the best things you can do to improve your writing is to actually cut your word count by 1/3 to 1/2. Set yourself that goal and see what happens. The great martial artist Bruce Lee has a quote that I like to think about when I edit, which really encapsulates the primary technique of good revision. That is, hack away at the unessential. Remember, we're going for the best possible reading experience for your audience. The more words you can cut while still maintaining your point, the better and more forceful you'll be. Brevity really comes down to 2 editing steps. First, keep your sentences short. And second, cut as many sentences and words as you can. In terms of keeping your sentences short, here's the rule. If a sentence goes for more than 2 lines, you need to split it in 2. I don't care what that sentence is or what it says. If it goes for longer than 2 lines, you need to do the work to split it in 2 to make it more readable. Let's look at this example. This sentence is too long. How do I know? Because it looks too long. For business writing, you don't need any other analytical tool than that. So we need to do the work to split it in 2. I'm going to put a period after growth and capitalize since. That's already better, but just marginally. Now we need to cut words. So let's get to work on this. I'm going to start with our thorough analysis of the financial statements of Zeta Corporation. First of all, do we really need thorough? Isn't that part of the job of analysis, to be thorough? I don't really need to say it, so I'm going to cut it. Then I'm going to cut of the financial statements and rearrange and put financial back in so that the sentence begins, our financial analysis of Zeta Corporation, which is much more brief. Then I like the rest of the sentence, reveals a spotless financial record and a strong year-on-year growth. To me, that's the crux of the findings, and it's direct writing. Good. But since there are no red flags or cause for worry, just repeats the idea that they have a spotless financial record, doesn't it? If they have a spotless financial record, by default, there are no red flags or cause for worry. I'm going to cut this phrase entirely. I also don't need indicates. The connection between the sentence is obvious without it. My final edit is, our financial analysis of Zeta Corporation reveals a spotless financial record and strong year-on-year growth. They are an excellent candidate for acquisition. Here's our final edit on top with the original sentence on the bottom. Uh-oh, I see that in our final version, I repeat financial twice in the same sentence. As I look, I realize that financial analysis is implied by the context of the sentence and by the second, financial. I can cut the first one and end up with an even better sentence. 2 quick pointers that'll help you with this process. 1, when you're editing your documents, remember that it's really simple to cut adjectives and adverbs, especially if you have a string of them. For instance, the thorough, well-considered, well-organized report is unnecessary. The excellent report, or maybe just the report, will do. The second quick way to cut words is to cut qualifiers and amplifiers like very, really, or somewhat. Also, connecting phrases like in fact, possibly, and generally can almost always go. Cutting extra words makes the reading experience more direct. It cleans up the window pane of your writing so that your ideas shine through.